So this is our first video for YouTube, and we'll be doing a speaking test with our candidate and student Rashad Khan today. And before we start, let's give a bit of an introduction about yourself, Rashad Khan. So tell our audience about yourself, who you are, where you come from.
I've come from America. I've actually lived there for about 7 years. It's going to be 8 years this year. And I usually come here for only the summer, just for like vacation. And I've completed 7th grade right now.
Okay, so were you born back in America, or were you born here in Uzbekistan?
I was born here in Uzbekistan.
You were born here, okay. Yeah. So when did you move there?
I moved when I was 6 years old, around 2018.
And as far as I know, you've come here to Uzbekistan and you won't go back to the US again, right?
We're planning to stay here for 1 year, and then according to what happens here and according to my grades and my studies, we will decide on if we should go or not.
All right, good. All right, so let's start then. This is the speaking test for the International English Language Testing System conducted on August the 7th. The examiner is Erkin Qasimov and the candidate is Rashad Khan. Let's start. What's your full name?
Rashad Khan Khajayev.
How can I call you?
Rashad.
Okay, Rashad. In this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself, and let's talk about what you do first, okay? So do you work or are you a student?
I'm a student and I've completed 7th grade.
Okay. Do you like your school?
I think right now I stopped my school, but I used to, my previous school was Muslim Academy of Greater Orlando, or for short, MAGO.
Okay. Yeah. So, is there anything you want to change about your school?
My old school? I mean, it's good. Everything is in English. You get to learn English, and of course, it's in America, and it helps. Most people think it's good for studies, but actually in Uzbekistan, they're more strict here and on the students, and that helps them focus more on homework because there's a punishment.
Okay. So, but do you think punishment is good at schools, or what?
I think it's good because it makes students responsible. Most students don't care if there's not any consequences to their actions. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Let's change the topic to names now, okay? So is there any tradition about naming babies in your culture?
My culture, there's usually it's for the common names in Uzbekistan, such as Sardar, Muhammad. It usually involves the grandparents and the family, and sometimes parents or the family, they name it after the baby is born. Yeah.
Okay. So does your name have any special meaning?
My name, it's actually my great-grandpa's name, and my grandma, she was the person who named me, and I think she named me because she wanted to be reminded of him by me here.
All right. And do you like her name?
My name? Yeah, I think it's special and unique. I've never seen anyone with the name Rashad before.
Now let's talk about the internet, okay? So when did you start using the internet?
I started using the internet ever since 3rd grade or 4th grade because our school, there was COVID around the world, and then it had to be done, the classes, they had to be done at home, and then we had to use the internet, such as apps or websites, such as Google Classroom. The teacher can't hand out, so he sends or she sends the homework on a website. That's
all right. Okay. So how often do you go online these days?
I usually go online every day. Usually, maybe. Sometimes it's to just play games, or it's for studies, such as math and IELTS. Yeah.
All right. Do you think you spend too much time online?
Maybe, I'm not sure. Depends on the person.
No, what about you? Do you spend too much time online?
I think I spend too much time online since I've spent more time online compared to the time I've spent when I was younger.
Why is that? Why do you spend too much time these days on the internet?
I think not sure.
You don't know, right? Okay. So, thank you. Now let's talk about chocolate now, okay? Do you like chocolate?
I like chocolate, and I think the chocolate makes you relaxed for some people, and sometimes it's like an energy booster. Sometimes for some people.
Okay. What about when you were a child? Did you like chocolate before?
Yeah, I've always loved chocolate, especially the chocolate brand called Lindt. It has a chocolate outer, like hard chocolate, and inside is just melted chocolate, and I've always loved that type of chocolate.
Okay. How often do you eat chocolate?
I eat chocolate very often. Usually, right now, I don't eat chocolate a lot since there's no chocolate because there's no time to buy. Everyone is busy right now. You have to focus on your studies, and other people have jobs. But if there was chocolate at home, I would eat it. Yeah.
Okay. So why do you think chocolate is popular all over the world?
I think chocolate is popular all over the world because maybe everyone likes it, or since before, like in historic times, a lot of people traded chocolate for different materials. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think it's good to use chocolate as a present?
I think it's a good choice to use chocolate as a present since everyone likes it. Maybe depends on if the person has allergies, but I think it's a popular opinion.
It's a popular gift, right?
Yeah, popular.
Thank you. Okay, that's the end of part 1. Now let's go to part 2. In part 2, I'd like to give you a cue card, which asks you to talk about a shop you often visit. You'll have 1 minute to prepare. You can take notes if you wish, and I'll tell you when the time is up, okay? You can start taking notes now. Okay, you can start now. Okay, Rashad, your time is up. Remember, you have to speak between 1 and 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. You can start talking now.
Usually, I don't really visit shops often since my parents do the shopping for us, but I used to visit this small local shop, a grocery shop. I used to love going there since it's really near. It's also open 24/7, so you can visit anytime you want. For example, usually I like staying up late some days, and usually I get some snacks from there and eat and watch a movie with cousins, and it's really near. It's just a 5-minute walk from our house, and it sells a variety of things from toothbrushes and cookies, and it also sells toys for little kids. It also sells common things that every shop sells, such as drinks or refreshers, I think that's what it's called, and ice cream. And yeah, I don't know what to talk about.
Okay, that's the end of part 2. Now let's go to part 3. In this part, I'd like to ask you some more general questions related to shopping habits, okay, and online and in-store shopping, okay? So let's first consider the topic of shopping habits. Why do you think some people enjoy shopping so much?
I think people enjoy shopping a little too much or a lot is because they are materialistic or like materialistic things, or they have they like to show off and show how rich they are sometimes. Yeah.
How do you think our shopping habits have changed over the years in our country, here in Uzbekistan, in your country?
I think it's changed a lot. For example, in the older times, I think they used to spend less and actually care about how much they spent. But now kids, they just usually spend anything or everything they have, and just have pleasure for that specific time only. They don't care about what will happen in the future.
Do you think people ever buy things that they don't need?
I think people, usually kids, buy things that they don't need. For example, they buy toys that break easily and don't last. They usually buy things that they they don't need, and they forget that they have to save money. Yeah.
All right. Now let's talk about online and in-store shopping, okay? So, what do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of shopping online?
I think shopping online is better than going to actual shops. First of all, it takes us time, and although it takes more more money, since you have to pay for the shipping fee, but I think it's way better and easier since you could just click on one thing and then you don't have to carry it, and then sometimes you can order as much as things as you want without thinking about the struggle to pick up all of those things and then bring them to the car.
Okay, so do you think traditional shops will disappear in the future?
I think traditional shops will disappear in the future. I think that a lot of people, or all the people in the future, will use online shopping, and I think they will use it for groceries too. Right now in America, a lot of people are using DoorDash for groceries or something like that. They just order it and it comes to their doorstep, and yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's the end of our speaking test. Thank you very much.